This is the 2024 Toyota Prius Limited. Does it have everything you're looking for? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today we borrowed this Prius Limited from our friends at Yoakum Toyota in Shreveport, Louisiana. If you want to know more, check out the link down in the description of the video. We're going to give you a quick walk around here. Something I really like about this generation of the Prius is, number one, it looks a lot better than the previous generation. It definitely has a lot more power, a lot more get up and go. But often what you'll see with a lot of automakers is they want all of their vehicles to somewhat look similar. And while there are some similarities here in a couple of areas to other Toyota sedans, overall, it really has a unique look to it. And that's obviously going to start right here on the front end with the overall lines and design. I like what we have with our daytime running lights and combination of the turn signal indicators that are built in right here. That's going to be LED. We have our bi-LED headlights, and we'll even have some lighting down here. I don't know how well that shows up as far as being lit on the screen, but it is there. I like that. Now, we will have kind of an upper and lower grille area here. Also, several sensors on and around the vehicle, so you know you're going to have a lot of great safety features. Our Toyota crown obviously prominently displayed here in the middle. And we'll work our way around. These are available in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So let's talk about our tire and wheel setup on this particular model. We're looking at 195 on the width, a 50 series sidewall wrapped around the 19-inch wheels. For those of you who don't like all gloss black wheels, well, here's a good combination for you. Your side view mirrors have almost everything you're looking for. So we're going to have the manually folding. They're not power folding, but they are manually folding. We're going to have power adjustability. They're going to be heated, and you'll also have your blind spot monitoring built in. And I hope this shows up pretty well for you right here. We've just left it in the bag because that's how we found it, but there is your remote. Basically the same as any other modern day Toyota remote goes. Now you have these split sunroofs. You won't be able to see it as well necessarily from here. Well, maybe you can. One here and one here. Now it is a fixed piece of glass. They both have manual shades, which I like. So somewhat like that of a panoramic sunroof. And something else that's very interesting here is that on the very front, and I wanted to tell you about the door handles. Hopefully the cat fight in the background doesn't interrupt us again. I don't know if you heard that in the last scene, but you have your more conventional style door handles in the front. But I know a lot of people, including us, when we went to pick this up, were looking back here. Wait a minute, it's not there. It's actually right here. And there's a little button on the inside. We won't be able to show that to you, but when you push that button, then you can open the doors. Something's very unique. You don't see that a lot on most vehicles. What do you think about that? And we'll finish things off here with what I think is a very nicely done look with the taillights, the turn signal indicators turned on. I've got the left side turned on right there, our Prius logo. Overall, I think it looks nice. The shape is good. Tell me what your thoughts are. We will have our HEV logo right here. And then, believe it or not, that actually is the Limited logo. And let's talk about what's under the hood. We'll let you take a good look at what's there as we tell you about it. So here's what we have. The lithium-ion 222-volt battery. That's located underneath the rear passenger seat. We have the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and if you go with front-wheel drive, you're looking at 194 horsepower. If you go with all-wheel drive, it goes to 196 horsepower, a big difference, right? 0 to 60 in 7 seconds flat with all-wheel drive, and 7.20 with front-wheel drive. And being that it's an HEV, are the MPGs impressive? Let's take a look. We're looking at 52 city, 52 highway, 52 combined, and 52, no, I'm kidding, 1.9 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. Now, I do want to show you something here real quick. A lot of vehicles, when you come over to open your gas door, you can just push on it. Not in this case. I'm going to let Austin not only show you where the gas door button is, I'm going to let him push that as well, just so you can see it. And now that's going to be open. And what exactly does that reveal? Well, first of all, you don't have capless fuel fill. You got the gas cap right there. When you fill up, it's an 11.3 gallon gas tank. Your cargo capacity ranges between 20.3 up to 23.8 cubic feet. We've got it maximized here for you with the rear seats folded flat. And if you're curious, yes, this cargo cover is easily removable right here. We're just going to leave that in since it's there. But there actually is a reasonable amount of space nice with the way this rear is constructed, kind of a hatchback style. And let's talk about what your rear seat passengers are going to find. Now, you can't adjust the position of these seat backs, but they do have a little bit of recline built into them. If I was going to ride as a passenger, I would definitely want the front seat. I don't have a ton of space, but I do have a little bit above my head. I'm 5'10", so that gives you a bit of an idea. And obviously, some of the space back here is going to be dependent on where the front seats are located. We do have that split look with the, or split design, I should say, with the sunroofs, the rear and the front. There is the shade, that manual shade I was telling you about earlier, so that you can conceal that away if you want to and not have too much sun coming into the interior. And when the driver drops the hammer on the loud pedal, there's the old crap handles. That could be interesting if somebody's scared of the amount of horsepower here, but that's not what the Prius is about, is it? Not about performance. Now, let's see what we have here with the fold-down armrest. Do have the cup holders built in and a good bit of space right there. We have the seat pocket only on the passenger side, but it is there, so a little bit of storage. And as far as the door panel itself goes, we're going to have a good size armrest. I always like that flat style armrest, no angle at the front, so it's going to be a lot more comfortable that way. And we have the bottle holder down there as well that can be used to store whatever else will fit. As far as the rear seats go, the only thing missing back here are the air conditioning vents. You do have a couple of USB ports down there, and the outboard seats are heated, as you can see via the buttons. If you come into Yoakum Toyota, what can you expect to pay for this Prius that we're showing you? $39,677. Austin said he'll give you the $7 if you need it, just to get over the hump right there. Well, I guess that's kind of his way of saying, Tom, you're not paying me enough. I can't afford to do that. Now I've opened a can of worms, haven't I? Let's see what else you get for the sticker price. I like the ambient lighting we have right here. Kind of hard to see, but that is a lighting strip right there. So something that maybe is a little bit of an unexpected bit of added value. What about the door panel over there? We're going to run over there and take a look real quick. Large armrest, again, nice and flat. That just is the best way to do things. And if you're looking for the biggest door bin, maybe you have a door bin snob in your life and they insist on the largest door bin, well, they're going to have to call a shotgun or get the remote and drive, and then that's how they'll have that. Then, right in front of Austin right there, we can see the nice large glove box. Plenty of space in there. We never find any gloves in there, but there's definitely some space right there. And above that area, this little area right here, you could almost put something up there. I don't know how well it would stay, but it's almost flat enough to do that, but just not quite, but not a bad looking design. We'll grab the camera right here and I'll show you what's going on. You saw a lot of the controls here earlier. There is your heated steering wheel if you want to use that. And then you can open the trunk right there. You do have seat memory here on the driver's side. It's not on the passenger side, but it is here on the driver's side. Controls for your side view mirrors and lock and unlock. Everything for your windows and locking or unlocking your windows. This is a tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. Let's see if I can show you. Right there is the lever that you release to do that. And a unique look with the steering wheel, not something that looks consistent with a lot of other Toyota models, but as I said earlier in the video, that's not necessarily a bad thing. And that is your instrument cluster. In fact, it kind of seems like we're in a spaceship almost here, just with the way the interior looks. I think it's kind of cool. That's my thought on the matter. Now, something that's very interesting here, I'm going to go through the driving modes real fast. So we're going to have normal, we're going to have eco, and go back up here to sport, and custom. Something I noticed that was very interesting is you get those same names on the screen. You get custom, sport, and then you get nothing for normal. I guess that's just normal, is there's nothing on the screen. And then you get eco. Thought that was kind of funny. I'd show you that. Now, no matter what trim level of the Prius that you buy, it does come with the turn signal indicators. In fact, it has an, can you hear that? Has an interesting sound to it. So make sure to use your turn signals and let people around you know what you're doing. You can also turn your headlights on and off right there, or you can just set that to auto if you want to, and you're good to go. We also have the windshield wiper control right here. Now, we're going to take a quick look at the 12.3-inch touchscreen. Very easy to use and not overloaded with a bunch of sub-menus and things like that. It looks like there's a lot here, but there really isn't. It isn't that bad, at least in my personal opinion. So you have a lot of things you can go through right here if you want to customize the vehicle. Here's what you can do, a few different things. You can go into door controls and make sure everything is set just the way you want it to be. We also have our lighting set up right there. We won't spend too much time on that, but just to show you a few things that are here. Here are your vehicle settings as far as that goes. You do have wireless capabilities for pairing your smartphone and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Now, I won't be able to show you your built-in navigation because you actually have to have a plan for that to work. In fact, you can see that if I hit get started right there, I will get a message on the screen. And there is the message. System activation required. So I'm not going to do that right now. We'll let one of you do that when you come in and buy this Prius. Now I'm going to go into reverse real fast and show you what's going on. In fact, hear that? That's the sound to let people know that you're driving your Prius, that it's in reverse or in drive. But you can see that you have a couple of different camera views here. I like that. That works pretty well as far as that goes. You even have a a rear camera washer. So that's kind of nice to see, something we don't normally see on a lot of vehicles at this price point at least. So there is that view for you right there. And then down here, we're going to find a 12-volt power outlet and USB connectivity. Now, this is not where your wireless charging pad is located. There is space right there, but that's not actually what that is. We also have our cup holders right here. And the shifter is a little bit different from what you might expect. You'll notice when I go this way and this way, nothing happens. You actually have to pull it over like this, and you'll see it goes into neutral, and I can pull back to go into drive or pull up to go into reverse. We push that to go back into park. There's the drive mode selector right there. We already showed you what that does. And then you can go into EV mode right here, and I think you know what else is here as far as all that goes. Now, wireless charging pad is actually right here. I'm going to drop my phone down inside of that. I don't know if you'll be able to see it actually come on just because of the angle, but there is the wireless charging pad. It doesn't seem to want to turn my phone on right now, but we're just going to show you that it's there. But you can see inside of there. Hopefully we can get a good shot for you to see that that is indeed the wireless charging pad. And one more thing on the touch screen up there that's at least part of the screen, kind of old school technology right here. It's good to see that. That is the knob for your radio, turning that on and off and adjusting the volume. Now down here, something that's kind of interesting to me, it seems like it should be dual zone climate control, but it's single zone. However, you do have the heated seats and your ventilated seats as well. So that's kind of cool to have that. I like that. It works well. You can adjust everything here. That goes for the driver and the passenger seats. And as far as your seats go, the driver's seat is power adjustable. It has lumbar support. The passenger seat is manually adjustable. It does not have lumbar support, but you can raise and lower the seat, move it back and forth, and adjust the seat back. Let's take a quick look into our center console right here. A couple of USB ports right there. There's actually a total of 6 USB ports throughout the interior. So nice to know that there's no shortage, and there is a reasonable amount of space for a sedan of this size right there. And how about our upper console? We'll take a quick look at what's up there just to show you what's there. And something else that might be a bit of a surprise is the fact that you have a rear view camera mirror. So that's not too bad to have. You can make several adjustments here with the controls underneath, depending on what you want to do. You can even change the language if you'd like to. We could probably play a prank on somebody if we wanted to, but we're going to leave that on English. That would be kind of funny. All right, here we go on our test drive. And one thing I like about the Prius, good handling, definitely enjoyable to drive, and it gets down the road without any trouble. Not going to go too crazy, but you know what? I guarantee you, if you're going from the previous generation of the Prius to this generation, you will be surprised at how much quicker it gets down the road. Enjoyable to drive, nice handling for what it is, and the ride quality seems to be comfortable. I know we haven't been on a multitude of roads, but all right, let's see what this truck's going to do. I guess he's going to go ahead and come on out. I'm going to give him room to do it, even though he did it with no blinker. You probably can't see that because of the mirror being in the way, but at least you can see what's going on behind us, which is nothing. But An enjoyable vehicle to drive, good handling characteristic. The steering is nice and responsive, actually, compared to what you might expect in something that isn't high performance. So if you want to get out and have a little bit of fun, have a spirited drive outside of the city limits, you can do that and maybe blow off a little bit of steam, something like that. But the thing I like here is that you have enough acceleration to do what you need to do, but you still can have great gas mileage. You're still going to have that good fuel efficiency that you're looking for if you're that person buying a Prius, and it has a solid turning radius. I'm going to see if I can do this without blocking anybody's way. A little bit of a tricky spot here, but let's see what we can do. All right, here we go. Good thing it is a nice tight turning radius, because that is a tight turn right there. Now we're going to get up to speed a little bit. Not too bad. Something that's very interesting here is the overall design of the interior. It almost has a retro look to it, a retro look and feel to it, but it still feels modern at the same time. So we definitely like that. We're going to go around slower moving traffic right here and make sure they stay in their lane, because they're looking at their phone and I'm not. But a very well-balanced vehicle in my personal opinion. If this is something you're in the market for, it definitely checks off a lot of the boxes, being that it is the trim level that it is. You definitely have a lot of great features that maybe you didn't expect, such as the ventilated seats, the rear view camera mirror, and things like that. This does also have the built-in dash cam that Toyota offers. The thing about that is very interesting to me is that Mercedes-Benz offers a similar system, but here's the big difference between the two. When you think about the difference in price point, you would think, if anything, it would be reversed to what it actually is. With the Toyota, when you turn on the ignition, the camera comes on. With the Mercedes, you always have to turn the camera on yourself manually. So I think that's a very interesting thing about how all of this works. But overall, I have to say this is actually a pretty impressive vehicle in my personal opinion, but I'm always curious to know what your thoughts are and what it is that you're looking for if you're in the market for a hybrid electric vehicle. And there it is, the 2024 Toyota Prius Limited. Now, if you're in the market for a 2025 version, well, this is what you're going to get, because there's no changes coming. So tell me what you think. Does it have everything you're looking for? I do want to say a special thanks to our friends at Yoakum Toyota for loaning us this Prius for the day so we could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to us. And make sure to share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.